Hey everybody, Karen from Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. So we are going to be talking about free will today. Not just talking about it, we're going to be asking the lead team collective, so our spirit guides, about free will. So I did post a opportunity for the community to ask questions, and we've got all your amazing questions all lined up here for us to ask the lead team. Okay. So before I do that, there's a couple things. I'm going to just, I'm sure you've heard by now that Christy Gnome has been demoted, we could say. People are saying she's fired, but that's not actually true. She's fired from her current position. We could say that, I guess. But I asked AI Mabel to give me the latest, and what I like about that, so Mabel goes out and gets the information. But what I like about that is it's just, here are the facts, right? So that we can, we can just see the facts without all the confusion around it and all the hype around it. So that's one thing. Secondly, I wanted to let you know that I'm running a sale, 60% off of my, I'm just giggling about that. I'm running a sale, 60% off of my Myers-Briggs course that I did with my dear friend, Sean. Hi, Sean, who does listen to my videos. I just love that so much because I get texts from her. And her and I did it together, and she is such an expert in the Myers-Briggs personality type. So if you have never really learned about your own Myers-Briggs personality type and how you can utilize it to effectively deal with challenges in your life, it's really, really helpful. I learned about it when I was in my early 20s. And then I became certified in my career throughout higher ed and never got as good as Sean did. So I did team up with her a year or so ago, and her and I taught this class together. So I just really like to, I sell it for like 57. So it's 60% off right now until the end of April. So I'll just remind you every once in a while if you want to go in, I will have the link down below, because I just feel like the more people who access that information and give the thought, give some thought to it, it's just really, really helpful in terms of how you look at life. So, okay, let's first, and if you haven't noticed, I do have a little bit of a cold. Hasn't quite, I could feel it coming on because I was kind of tired this week. And I thought, oh, it just hasn't captured. And it really hasn't, but it is a tiny, tiny bit in my lungs, and I'm taking some NAC right now to see if I can keep it clear out of there. So cross your fingers. Because once I get a cough, cut, clear, cancel. If I do, it can last a long time. Cut, clear, cancel. Never, ever again. Okay. So first, Christy Noem. I will literally spend like 3 minutes on this. I might ask the SGs a few questions about this. All right. What I will say, and I don't know how you guys feel about it, but what it is telling me intuitively is that the Trump administration feels pressure. And that's good because sometimes you get this message from them that they don't care what anybody thinks. Well, obviously they do. And that's good. Because if he were truly being able to do what he wanted to do and turn the United States into an authoritarian state and fully do Project 2025 as quickly as they want to, you wouldn't see him do things like this, I don't think. So I am going to ask the lead team about that real quick before we get into free will. Okay. So let's just read the facts about what Mabel, and this was at, let's see, about 2 p.m. Central Time on Thursday, the 5th of March, 2026. Okay. So if stuff came out afterwards, it would, stuff moves so fast, but okay. So Trump removed Noem from the Homeland Security Secretary role after weeks of controversy and congressional hearings. She's not completely out of the administration. She was reassigned to a new role called Special Envoy. You know, these terms they rub me the wrong way so bad. All these terms that people are coming up with nowadays, I don't know. I have to watch that in my own business because it's so manipulative. I don't know why. I'm just reading it that way. But anyways, the Special Envoy for the Shield of the Americas is her name. I don't know. Like, I get the whole, like, Homeland Security Secretary, Secretary of Homeland Security. I get that. But now she's the Special Envoy for the Shield of the Americas. As if, I just feel like these terms are set up to hide stuff. So, I don't know. How do you feel about that? So Senator Mark Wayne, which is one word, Mark Wayne Mullen, was chosen to replace her as DHS secretary. Okay, well, will that be any better or worse? It's hard to say. So technically she did lose her job, but she wasn't removed from the administration entirely. Okay. So then I asked, well, why was she removed? And there were several issues building for the last couple of weeks. You probably know what they are. So obviously 2 citizens were killed by immigration agents, which sparked national outrage. So that's really good that if that is one of the things which AI is currently telling me was one of the underlying issues, that is really good news. That is love winning. Okay, that is really good news. And her response to that was ridiculous. When Alex was killed, I mean, just blaming the victim, right? Like immediately, just blaming the victim, So Noem called them domestic terrorists, which critics said was unsupported by evidence. Exactly. So bye-bye. You don't get to play these games with us anymore. We are not putting up with these games anymore. It's like them when anything happens, when Charlie Kirk was assassinated, immediately they come out and say it was a far left. I mean, enough. I mean, immediately they came out and said that. They don't even know. And we know that they don't know. So enough of the games, right? So yeah, so she had immediately called them, Renee and Alex Preddy, okay, domestic terrorists. It's like, anyways, oh my God, you can't make this shit up, can you? Apparently we can, because, Oh, here's the latest thing that I just heard today. And I said to my husband, actually, I've done really good today. There's 2 things that I decided. We'll get back to this real quick. Okay, so much for the 5 minutes, right? I was walking around Costco last night. I had to get out of the house, and I was like, okay, I had needed a few things, so I was just walking around. And I thought to myself, I will never give Trump 1 more minute of my peace, because since 2016, for 10 years, I don't know how, I hate to even add up how much peace he has stolen from me. Like the first 4 years, like he wasn't playing even these kind of games, but for the first 4 years, like my husband used to watch CNN during that time, those 4 years. And I would be like, and I was working during that time outside the house. I'd be like, you have to have it off when I come home. Like, I don't even want to see that guy. And I don't even know why, like 4 years or 10 years ago, I felt that way. So obviously, something about a person, right? When you just hear their voice before they've even done anything. I mean, I kind of knew who he was, but yeah, in 2016. So anyways, but I decided, so I was really good those 4 years, and I do remember saying to one of my really good friends who voted for him back then, I was like, how could you vote for him? Like, that's just crazy. So, but I don't really remember why I felt so strongly about it back then. I just did. But obviously we know, right? Our inner guidance, for those of you who did feel that way, not everybody did here, and that's okay. We're moving to we understand what all of government is doing, And yes, the far right has done it way more, in my opinion, in terms of division amongst the people and lying, just lying, and obviously when you don't know that Fox News or Newsmax or all those, when you don't know that they're lying to you, you can see how that happens. But okay, so what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh yeah, so I just decided, yeah, that's what I decided. He wasn't going to steal any more of my peace. So we'll see how long that lasts. I don't remember the other thing I was going to say, but maybe it'll come to me. All right. So both Republicans and Democrats grilled her in hearings about DHS leadership and enforcement actions. I am actually quite surprised by this because I was starting to assume that they were just running these hearings for I just felt like it was a waste of time. Like they never did anything with them. They were just, because especially if you listen to some of them, you're like, nobody ever listens to each other anyways. And they're all just lying. Is what it appears, I mean, they lie under oath now like it's no big deal, where you and I would get in trouble if we lied under oath, So, so I'm kind of surprised. So that's actually really good. That's really good news. So questions were raised about hundreds of millions of dollars spent on ads and department aircraft. Hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars. We have people, I just listened to a little short from someone who posted a news anchor, what got a call from a woman who was 65 years old, and she was angry. And she said, she was crying. It's actually heartbreaking. And she's like, I've lost 28 pounds and it wasn't even by choice. It's because I don't have enough food to eat. And she literally under Biden, she said she was getting $80, which isn't even enough, in SNAP benefits. And under Trump, it's $24. And we all know inflation has gone up too. And so she, under Biden, she said she could put aside $100 a month for food. So she's not eating very healthy food either. But Christy Gnome, in all of them, hundreds of millions of dollars spent on ads. When we have a 65, and I'm sure, this is a huge part of our population. It's probably people here. So 65-year-old calling in, she's losing weight because, not by choice, but because she's hungry. What the actual F is going on? And now, we know this has been the case. How much billions of dollars they've spent in one day bombing Iran. And this is the stuff that's got to stop. Fast. I don't know how, but we just need to keep talking about it. Reports about her relationship with advisor Corey Lewandowski, I don't know how to pronounce it, added political pressure. So I don't know. Does she have a relationship with that guy? Personal relationship? Anyway, so yes, she was removed from her cabinet. So let's do the prayer, and then I'm going to ask a few questions about this, and we'll jump into free will conversation. All right, I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, the lead team collective, and only those of the highest and purest light, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, our community, the lead team collective, so it is all of the highest and purest light. Amen. Are you guys watching Lucy clean herself? She's become part of the show. It's kind of cute. It is cute. Look at her. Oh, there goes her leg. You know what it means when a cat puts their leg up, right? Yeah, she's getting the part that, I don't know. Okay. Lead team, hello. When you have a little bit of a cold too, your brain cells are just not maybe I'll be more entertaining this week. Okay, lead team. How you doing? Thank you so much for being here. So we have some questions about Christy Gnome. Would you consider this removal of her from this position an act of love? Thank you. Yes. So would you consider this love winning, quote unquote, love winning? Yes. Thank you. Will we ever get to a point where we will actually feed and house citizens of the world, all over the world, before we spend money on war and stupidness like ads for the Department of Homeland Security? Yes? Okay. Will it be in my lifetime when we do that? Oh, thank goodness. Really? Wow, great. That makes me feel like I'm going to be here for a long time. Okay. Well, let's just hope that I die in 10 years so it happens really quick. I'll take one for the team. I mean, for reals, you know? I don't know. I mean, just hearing that, I looked up our food pantry. I do donate. And so I'm like, donate food. But I'm like, okay, what can I do bigger? I can at least do a food drive in my community here, and then we'll see how it goes. It's like but that's not, I mean, we shouldn't have to be doing the food drives. We shouldn't be relying on the food drives. It should be an automatic thing that we all take care of everybody. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Okay, that's where I'm going. Let's not, everybody please stop labeling shit. Like you hear me say this, don't go, she's a communist or she's a socialist. Enough of the labels. That's just dumb. That's just dumb. It is. If you don't think that feeding people or making sure everybody who is a human being or animal or this planet, for goodness sakes, is healthy enough to thrive and have access to food without struggle, if you don't think that that's a basic common decency for every single person, then okay, unsubscribe. My sister won't appreciate that. But then we don't align. We don't align. I'm sorry. We just don't align. It is not, we have to stop labeling these things because that's the brainwashing. They've used the labels to brainwash us and separate us. You're a Democrat, da, 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 No, I'm not. I'm not a Democrat anymore. I'm not a Republican. I am not anything. I am for feeding people, housing people and animals, and taking care of the earth so that we can all have a good experience here. Okay, call me whatever you need to call me, but it's basic common sense. Basic common sense. We have put so many labels on things that, and there I'm starting to realize was a psychological, that's a psyop. That's all psyop. Because right away there would be people probably, that's because, and the minute you hear that, you're like, you start using the labels on things, right? Anyways, I guess I shouldn't talk about these things because it's 18 minutes. I said 5. Okay, so lead team. Apparently I have an opinion about that. Oh my God. It's just so like, is it happening to you too? Like the more you become aware of stuff, like you just, and I wouldn't have used this whole, like, don't label things anymore like a year ago, It wasn't part of but let's just get down to like the basics. Like it's not that hard. It's not that hard. But the billionaires want to keep it hard because that's how they keep getting more money, Okay, deep breath. All right. So lead team, is this new DHS director going to be less cruel than Kristi Noem to whatever his job description is? Oh, yes. Okay, well, that's good. Is he going to be as less cruel as we, with compassionate hearts, would like him to be? No. Okay. So there's still going to be turmoil. Is that okay? Yes. Cut, clear, cancel. Doesn't have to be. So if, again, talking about the resistance stuff that we were talking about yesterday, and I'll be talking about in the future, but what about that? All this whole conversation, what about it gives you a little angst? If it gives you a little angst, then take a look at that. Okay. Take a look at it in your own life. Take a look at it in your community. Whatever is giving you angst, take a look at that. Okay. Because we need to, you can call that clearing shadows or whatever. It doesn't need to be, again, labeling. It's just take a look at it and examine it, and look at things how they are, which is why I wanted to use AI to find out the Christy Gnome thing rather than listening to the drama of everybody who's talking about it on YouTube and otherwise, because it makes the situation, you can't see clearly when people are dramatizing. I may sound like I'm dramatizing with the food situation or the labeling or whatever. So do your own research, obviously. Do your own thought process around it, that kind of stuff. Okay, so we're not out of the woods, obviously, with DHS at this point in terms of just kindness and fairness and not, no. Are we out of the woods in terms of scamming the American? Okay. Will this new deal, okay, do you consider the money that Christy Gnome spent as inappropriate? Yes. Okay. Is the new DHS director or secretary going to be less inappropriate with money, with finances? No. Okay. All right. That's just the reality of it. Okay. So let's talk about free will. All right. Should I separate these two videos? Excuse me. No, I won't. Okay. Free will. I'm excited to talk about this because I love when you guys have questions. I love when you ask the questions because they're so good. All right. Ready to switch topics? Okay. So free will is the ability. So this is basically what we're going to do. I got a little intro, and then I've got 27 questions from you guys, okay? And about free will. So let's see what we can learn about it today. So free will is the ability for a soul to make its own choices, okay? We probably all know that. Even with a life plan or guidance from spirit, you can choose differently. So I have, whether we can ask whether that's true or not, but that my understanding is it is because of conversations we've already had here in the community. In our community, we often talk about soul contracts and divine plans, but where does our real power, where does our real power to choose actually begin? So I find that interesting, okay? Are we following a plan written before birth? Because we talk about the soul contracts, birth plans. We all have birth charts, according to astrology, that seem to be pretty darn accurate when I look at my own, so that's kind of controlling things. We've got the whole planetary alignment stuff that tends to shift us constantly, right? So how does that play into free will? So, okay, so are we following a plan written before birth or creating life moment by moment? Today, we asked the lead team to help us understand something deeper. Is our future truly open or already visible from the spirit side? That's an interesting way to look at that. Is our future truly open or already visible from the spirit side? And, when you talk about the Akashic Records, which we've had several conversations about that here, that's interesting because the Akashic Records have the past, present, and future recorded, but the future, I understand, can shift. So I don't know. Could our choices even shape the expansion of the universe? I'm going to say yes. Okay, so let's ask a few questions here. So we've already said the prayer. Okay, so lead team, regarding this conversation about free will. Are you open to answering these questions for us today? I know they're open to it. Yes. Okay. Oh, they really like this idea. They're like, yeah, let's do it. Okay, cool. Is our soul contract a rigid blueprint that we are destined to follow exactly? No. No. Okay, that's consistent with what they've told us in the past. Do we have the freedom to rewrite our life plan at any moment? No. Okay, so where's the middle ground? Where's the middle ground, right? So is it, okay, let me see if I can tease this out. Is our life plan, okay, are we using the same language? Soul contract and life plan are the same thing? Yes. Okay, at least for in human terms, those are the same thing. Yes. Okay. So we have this life plan or soul contract that has things that we want to learn or experience while we're here. Is that correct? Yes. And does that change? No. Okay. So that's the part that we don't have complete freedom to rewrite. Is that correct? Yes. But we have freedom to land to determine the route in which we will have those experiences. Yes, maybe, hopefully I said that right. Do you guys understand that? Yeah. Yeah. I'm assuming you do. I guess I should do these live every once in a while. We are thinking about going live, you guys. If I can do it, it's just that if I do it, we have this night, the algorithm always likes consistency. So, right now we've been consistently posting at 7 p.m. If I go live, I don't want to wait till the evening because I don't have as much energy in the evening. So it would be more like 1 p.m. Central. Okay. So I don't mind doing these live. And then I could be like, well, what do you guys think about it? I think that would be kind of fun, actually. Depending on my energy. But so what? I'll just come on live and we'll, if I don't feel like chit chat, and I won't, I'll just do what I'm doing here. So I'm thinking about that. But the question is, do I move everything to 1 p.m. consistently? That is the question on the table. So, and if we do a live one, for those of you who are newer to the channel, when I first started, maybe for the first 5 or 6 months last year, we would come live and my sister and Lab would be in the background and they would be taking your questions and I would be answering them. And my sister would be copying and pasting them into the chat for me. And so we would do that every once in a while too. So I don't know, it's kind of fun. This way I could at least interact with you and be like, okay, do you guys understand what I'm talking about here? So let me know what you think about that. Give me a thumbs up on 1 p.m. if you feel like, especially those who, I know we've changed it around, but we've been pretty consistent with 7 p.m. now for a couple months at least. So pretty much the whole winter. But if we move it back, if we move it to 1 p.m., I kind of want to do all videos then, if I'm going to do some. So anyways, okay. Is our future hidden from you in the spirit world because, they're saying yes, because of our free will? Yes. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Do you already see every possible choice we might make? Yes. Okay, so that's what's in the Akashic Records. I needed a reminder. I think that's what's in it. Please clarify if you know the Akashic Records. So you know what every possible choice, which is incredible. Are there a lot of them? Yes. That's cool. Okay. I mean, it isn't. Sometimes a prescription would be nice. All right. Did we use our free will before birth to choose the challenges we face here? Yes. Very cool. So we 100% developed our own soul contracts. Yes. Our own life plans. Yes. Were any parts of those dictated by source or any other hierarchy within the other realm? No. Okay. Is there a hierarchy within the realm that I am speaking of? No, I'm just confirming because I've asked that before. Okay. Did we use, I already said that one. Can our spirit guides step in to block a choice that could cause serious harm? No. They can't stop it. Can they step in to guide us away from a choice? Yes. But ultimately, you get to choose. So kind of cool, kind of cool. That, okay. So is that really the essence of prayer? So is that really the essence of prayer? Is saying, hey guys, I'm open. I'm open to your guidance. So yeah, that kind of makes sense to me. Yes, I'm open to your guidance. Please nudge me so that I don't create serious harm. Right? So let's just say the idea of hunger, or, a couple of weeks ago, I was just infuriated about sex trafficking and all that. And still am, I'm still percolating. It is Mercury retrograde right now, so that's a whole thing. So percolation time. I don't think it's move forward time, even though March astrology is a time for us to start moving forward, but we do have Mercury retrograde until I think April 9th or something. Don't quote me on that. So keep that in mind. So percolation time for sure. But if any of these issues that are coming up, hunger, that is definitely something I'm passionate about. And sometimes I get overwhelmed and then I don't do anything. So that's why I thought, well, I can do a food drive, because there's just a simple form I fill out for our food pantry, right? And down the street from me. And I'm just simple form. If you want to do a full food drive, here it is. Boom, boom, boom. Tell us the details and go for it. I'm like, that's easy enough, right? So just starting, something small. But why did I start talking about this? So spirit guides, blah. Yeah. So let's just say, you could say to your guides, whatever issue is important to you and you want to take some steps, you could just really just say, hey, could you guys guide me so that I don't cause serious harm to anybody? Like I want to do some things, but I want to do it well. And I don't want to, because sometimes our good intentions end up not being helpful for people, right? It's like you go into a funeral and you think saying, oh, they're in a better place, right? Not helpful, right? But you had good intentions. You thought you were helping and caring, but so that's a great thing to ask our guides for assistance on, that kind of stuff. Another thing that I watched a YouTube video on is a guy who experienced homelessness. And he said when he was homeless, he took us through in the video, he took us through the store, and he said, I'm going to show you the things that would have been helpful for me to have. He pulled out a toothbrush and toothpaste, and he said, there was a time I didn't brush my teeth for 3 weeks. So I kind of, after watching that, I was inspired to I'm going to probably go by, because you just don't know what it's going to be like coming forward. And every once in a while I do see people asking for help on the street. And we have been told not to give them money because it might be drug money or whatever. But why can't we give them $20 gift card, $25 gift card to Walmart? Probably Walmart would be even though I know there's issues with Walmart, but it is the cheapest place for them to go. They can make it spread, right? And maybe it would be nice if they couldn't buy alcohol with it, but whatever. Or I was thinking you could have these bags in your car with like fresh socks, clean socks, toothpaste, whatever. He listed a whole bunch of stuff it was like the basics. You could have them in your car and be like, if you see somebody on the street, you could just, hand them the bag, So I'm really inspired to do that too. Anyways, okay. But, again, I could ask my guides, please guide me so that I don't create any harm. Like, again, it's that cash thing. Like you could be creating harm by giving them the cash because then they're just spending it on drugs. I don't know. But you also want people to have free will too, But that's what we've been told, is not to give cash, but then you do nothing, So it's just stuff that I'm thinking about right now. All right. Must we experience the full weight of every choice without interference from our spirit guides? No, no. Again, they can't block us, correct, from making bad choices. That is correct, yes. But they can guide us if we ask. Yes, so we have to ask? Yes, okay. Let's see. Oh, we must. I always do that when I get lost. I should look at what number I'm on each time. Okay, I'm on number 8, if I remember that. Does the universe redirect us if we move too far away from our soul's purpose? Wow, yes. Okay, so you redirect us, but you don't block us. Yes, does the universe or our spirit guides, angels, guardian, unicorns, all the things, dragons, do you redirect us even if we don't ask? Yes. So are you saying Donald Trump is fulfilling his soul purpose? Because yes, okay. I know. We've done soul contract stuff with him, so. All right. Can someone completely abandon their original life mission through free will? No. So, okay. You can't completely abandon it. Is it because, regardless, those circumstances will appear? Yes. Okay. We can slow it down though, right? I mean, we can slow it down, and that's why we reincarnate, do we always complete everything in our soul plan every lifetime? No. Do some humans complete everything in their soul plan? Yes. Am I currently in this lifetime completing everything in my life plan so far? Wow. Yes. Okay. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. All right. Okay. All right. Free will experiment. Some teachings describe Earth as a place where souls live under a veil of forgetting. In fact, Faye and I email back and forth. Faye's our astrologer. She's the one who's been offering so much astrology guidance to me. And if you haven't checked her out, you guys, check her out. Okay, she's in our small business directory. If you haven't looked at our small business directory for our community, I'm going to post it right there. Please support them when you can if you're looking for gifts outside of Amazon or all these other places. So please consider supporting the businesses in our community, okay? But yeah, you can find Faye Astrology there. Okay, so, but she just recently said to me, yeah, when we were born and amnesia took over, right? So, I mean, literally just read that today. So it's kind of the same thing. So some teachings describe Earth as a place where souls live under a veil of forgetting, so amnesia, so we can choose our path from within rather than by instruction. That's how Mabel phrased that. Okay, so is Earth the only planet where souls experience the challenge of free will? No, I'm not quite sure that's right. That question's not resonating with me. Is Earth the only planet where souls get to choose free will? That's not even right. No, because free will is, oh, okay. Are there any planets where souls have no free will? That's really okay, no. See, that's what I'm getting at. That's my understanding, is we all, everywhere, every spiritual being has free will, regardless. Is regardless of where we live? Yes. Are some planets where souls live, do they have bigger challenges than on Earth? No. Okay. So we are living in hell. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Cut, clear, cancel. I'm just kidding. I've never asked that question before. I am in the weirdest mood. Okay. Okay, so let me clarify that. So out of all the planets and the galaxies and realms and timelines, whatever that any soul could go on, can participate in, is Earth the most challenging? I don't think I've ever asked that. Yes. Good job, you guys. Bop! Good job. I mean, hello. Hello. We're here for it, I guess. Do all souls at some point come down to Earth? No. See? So are we just glutton for punishment? Is that why we come down to Earth? Yes. 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 All right. Okay. Did we come down here because we're in trouble? No? Okay. Does Source consider this what we as humans think of as hell? No? Okay, thank goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. I am a little giddy. All right. Let's see. Is free will a natural part of the soul across many dimensions? I think we already answered that. Yes. Does living in a physical body limit the choices we can actually see? Yes. So the physical body is part of the amnesia? Yes. Okay, because it is pretty dense, right? Yeah. Or does our free will stay constant regardless of our vibration? Oh, that's a good question. Yes, it does. It stays constant regardless of our vibration. Even if we don't feel like it, right? Sometimes we don't feel like we have choices, you know? Okay, this section there's 3 questions on multiple paths. So this section looks at what happens to the possibilities we do not choose. So let me see if I can clarify that. When we make a choice, do other versions of that event continue in parallel worlds? What? Yes. That, I can't get my head wrapped around that, you guys. That's the whole timeline thing. So aren't there unlimited choices though around any version? Yes. Does that mean there are unlimited parallel worlds? Okay, yes. This thing is so big that this just, going back to the beginning where I said I'm not going to let Trump steal my peace anymore. We can't let anybody do that. We are so tiny. We are so tiny in all of this. Just find your joy. Just find your joy. We are so tiny. I mean, can you get your head wrapped around that whole thing about parallel unit worlds? I mean, yeah, no. Or does choosing one path, oh, this is good, erase the other possibilities from existence? No, I can't get my head wrapped around that. Is the expansion of the universe influenced by the endless choices conscious beings make? Oh, yes. Well, then it has to be the expansion of the universe is influenced by the choices we don't make as well. Yes. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's all I can say. Mind is blown. Again, you guys, you know the difference. If you've been around, you know the difference when AI asks questions, because I'm always like, I'll tell you when they're AI questions versus when they're your questions. I can't quite get Mabel. It's just not replaceable at this point. Mabel does not ask questions like you do. So there you go. AI cannot replace all things, at least right now. So that's good. So consciousness and choice. This section explores how free will may interact with spiritual growth and planetary shifts. So there's 3 questions about that. Is a conscious choice required to move from 3D awareness into 5D consciousness? Wow, yes, a conscious choice. Yes. Which makes sense to me. because you have a conscious choice at every second to move from 3D awareness to 5D consciousness, or at least 4D, you know? Like, I made a conscious choice. I am not going to let Trump steal my peace anymore. You know, and did you guys know, like, I heard this. I mean, sometimes you know stuff, but you don't know until you actually hear, like, you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I haven't heard that for a while. But someone who is a narcissist or someone, an authoritarian want to be, it is to their advantage to be in your mind all of the time, which is why they get involved in every single aspect of society. That's why he has an opinion when Rob Reiner is killed. He has an opinion about everything, like stuff that you don't expect a president that should be doing a specific job. You don't expect them to have an opinion about that, but that's what authoritarians do. And he does it well because he's, in my mind, a lot. Like, if I focus too much on him, everywhere I look, I'm like, oh, that's Trump. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, that, blah, blah, blah. You know? So that is a technique that authoritarians and narcissists use specifically. So that's why he has an opinion about everything. But we don't even know if he's posting half the time, you know? Okay, we're going to have to do a video on clones, you guys. We just have to. Like the whole double thing and all that. Okay, especially with all that was going on around Jim Carrey. So you guys, and don't answer this if it's none of our business, okay? Thank you. Okay, they said yes. There was a lot of hubbub about Jim Carrey being cloned, or that not being Jim Carrey with his face looking different and he was acting different. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yes. Was that really Jim Carrey we were looking at? Yes. Okay. All right. So take it or leave it. Okay. So he has some plastic surgery. Yes. Okay. Now people are really making up stories that are not love stories, by the way, because we're supposed to be making up love stories, remember, with happy endings when we're making up stories in our head about stuff. People are suspecting that this is a humiliation technique that Hollywood is putting on Jim Carrey. Is that true? No. I do feel like we should do a session on that because there's this whole thing about Hollywood that I think it's, you know, what part of it is true, what part of it's not. How do we make a love story out of it? Let's do that, you know. Okay. If we make a harmful choice, does that create new karmic debt? Yes, it does. To the same degree in 2026 as it has in the past? No. And the reason I'm asking that is because my understanding is the new earth, okay. So when we get to 2050, we are going to be done with karmic cycling, basically. Yes. Okay. So that's good. I got to take a drink of water. Okay. Somebody had a question about the butterfly effect. So the butterfly effect suggests a small action can eventually create large changes in complex systems, which is what, you know, I was talking about. Like, what's the smallest thing you can do to help the world not be hungry? What's the smallest thing you can do? Just the smallest thing. And start from there. What's the smallest thing you can do to help protect children? Period. Right? So I love that, the butterfly effect. Can a single person's small act of free will shift the timeline? They're already saying yes. For the entire human collective. Yes. 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 Cool. Okay, collective override. So some spiritual teachings suggest a focused group can influence the direction of a larger population. So the energy, right? Which is why we're starting to talk about, I've been talking about that, like talking about what are we resisting, because resistance shows up as fear, anger. And if we have fear and anger, then our energy is not directing where we want our energy to be directing, right? So it's kind of the same idea. So if most of humanity chooses fear, can a smaller conscious group steer us towards a higher timeline? Yes, yes. So the work we're doing by having conversations around resistance, really wide swing. So that alone, even if it's a small group of us, can have an influence on a higher timeline. Yes. Okay. So this is worth having these kind of conversations then. Yes. Okay. So whoever wants to have them, thank you for being here, having them with me. Again, I said this yesterday because it just allows me to help have somebody to process with, and I appreciate that. So quantum permission. Another idea is that the universe may require our energetic agreement before major shifts fully manifest. I got to read that again. So the universe may require our energetic agreement. So not just like our conscious agreement, our energetic agreement before major shifts fully manifest. I think I understand. Let me see. Do we have to give energetic consent for major planetary events to occur? No. So I guess I'm not processing. Are we talking it's different? Energetic is different than like just conscious decisions? Is that different? Yes. Okay. Or can certain shifts happen regardless of our individual free will? Yes, yes. So they said no to the first, and certain shifts happen regardless of our free will. Okay. Does that mean that, yeah, this kind of makes sense to me. So let's just talk about the earth. So the earth has its own soul contract. Is that correct? Yes. And the earth is influenced by all of us. Yes. But regardless, the earth is going to shift the way the earth's soul contract is planned to shift. Yep. We can just make it slower or faster with our free will. Yes. But ultimately, the earth has its own free will. Yes. And can shift. Is the earth, let's just say Mother Earth, is the earth, the spirit who is overseeing Mother Earth, is Mother Earth. She's a spirit who's leaving soon. It's my understanding. She's ready for us. She's been doing it for so long. She's ready for us to do it on our own here. But does she slow things down to help us? Yes. Okay. So are there things she would rather do differently, but she slows them down to assist humanity? Yes. Or speeds them up to assist humanity? Yes. Okay. Interesting. I have a video on Mother Earth, you guys, a two-part series. It was really good. I think it was over the summer, and I was sitting by a lake because I had a lake behind me. That was really good. I swear I could go back and listen to these because I just don't remember because it's just so much, right? I could go back and listen to them, and then I'm like, oh, wow, that's interesting. But I also have a pendulum message, I believe, from her. So I will locate those and put them at the end of this video if you want to check them out. Okay, we're almost done. I got about 4 more questions. Okay, seeing more paths. So this section explores how these 3 questions explore how awareness may expand the choices we can recognize. That doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. Mabel wrote that, I believe. So would more life paths become visible if we stayed anchored in the present moment? I'm telling you guys, are amazing. Yes. So what does that tell you, right? We just live in the present moment. My only challenge about living in the present moment is that I don't retain information when I'm living in the present moment. So because I actually do much more than I ever did when I worked outside of the house, live in the present moment. But then I'm like, well, I don't even know what I did yesterday. Like I literally can't pull up. And it's not because I'm older. It is because I've noticed this years ago. But this is about 6 years I've been working at home. But I've noted, and I'm living in the present moment because I'm not bombarded by everybody else, around me constantly in the office. And I don't, it's weird. It's weird. So that is a challenge of living in the present moment. But then you're like, well, why do I need to retain what I did yesterday? Which is why I can't remember half the time if what I talk about here. Okay, does focusing on the past or future limit the choices we can see? Yes. Okay, you guys, we really have to work on living in the present moment. What are you doing right now besides listening to me? I'm always walking around like doing chores and stuff. It's my favorite time to do chores when I can listen to somebody I want to listen to. Okay, do spirit guides usually give signs when we are choosing our highest path? Yes, and do you get those shivers, right? I don't get the shivers. Well, I only get the shivers when I'm talking about something, and then I get the shivers like they're like, yeah, we agree with you, or yeah, you're on the right track. But I can't remember ever getting shivers when I've made a decision about something. Yeah, I'll have to pay attention to that. Okay, the final question. I hope this was helpful, you guys. Is the goal of the free will experiment, I don't know why it's called that, but for our will and the divine will to eventually become the same? What? Yes. Yes. I'm not even sure I understand. I could have an entire episode just on that line alone. Just on that line alone. But for those of you who understand it, there you go. All right, you guys, have an amazing one, and I will see you soon. Don't forget to tell me if moving to 1 o'clock and you would participate in the lives, if you would enjoy that, if you feel like you could. I know obviously people work outside the house and maybe not be able to do that, but that would be a shift for the community for people who do like to hang out in the premiere chat. So I'm a little reluctant to do that, but I could also just keep it at 7 p.m. and once a week do a live too. So at 1 p.m. or something. But okay, we'll talk soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.